It's a very delicate thing, and it's also not so easy for me to explain it with words because it's more subtle. And I feel the moment when I ask the person to stop one moment and to feel, maybe to close the eyes and to feel and to connect with the emotions and to connect with the body. And then this is the moment when magic happens.
Welcome to this new episode, and today I am with Sandhya. How are you, Sandhya?
I'm very well, sitting here next to you.
Very nice, very nice. So Sandhya is a yoga teacher and a transformational coach, and I know her because she's been on the island for like 1.5 years or something now,
Yeah,
right?
something like this.
Very nice. So Sandhya, can you tell us a little bit more about your background, how you became a yoga teacher and then a coach?
Yes. I started yoga like 35 years ago when I was 17, and it was something very nice for me because in the yoga I found the connection to myself, and finally I found that there is something more than only this need to demonstrate something to the outside world, how I learned from my family to take care of what the neighbors think and all this stuff. So it was very releasing to start with yoga for me. I practiced yoga for myself, and I went to India when I was 26. Actually, I missed one step. I became a mother when I was 22, and this was also a very important step in my life, to become a mother. I chose to become a mother. I wanted to have a baby. I was very, very young, but for me it was like my angel coming in my life. And then I went to India when I was 26 with my daughter. She was 3.5 years old, and I left everything behind me. I sold my car, I left my house, my job, everything, and we just went into a new experience.
Yoga is a wonderful thing, you know, it kind of saved my life as well, you know. I also have a bit of a journey in India. I've been to India many, many times. It's such a magical country in many ways. And then from, when you were 26, you went to India, then you got into yoga, and then you became a very established yoga teacher, right? Like teaching regularly or on and off. What was your yoga journey as a teacher after learning the system?
First I practiced on my own. I practiced very, very regular, like getting up also at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, doing 2 hours of yoga, and but only for my own. And years later, 10 years later, I decided to become a yoga teacher, to give this gift, to share this gift with others. This is like 11 years ago. And then this time I was back in Germany. I was living in between 8 years in Italy, so I can speak and talk in it. Possiamo parlare in italiano? And then when I came back to Germany, I went to India to do the yoga teacher, and I went back to Germany, and then I started to teach in the climbing hall. And this was then really a big, big part of my life. I really enjoyed teaching, and I had like another job as a social worker and the job as the yoga teacher in the evenings. So this was a very beautiful balance in my life for this more intense work with people with trauma, with children with traumatic experiences. So this was like a very, very beautiful balance for myself.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, what kind of yoga asana, what style do you teach?
I started to teach Hatha yoga, very basic Hatha yoga, Shivananda yoga, the main asanas. So when I learned yoga, this is like 35 years ago. In the time from there, it became very fancy, and so many things changed. And it was also a big challenge for myself to go into other areas of yoga and to open myself for all this change. And now I'm more into Hatha flow and Yin yoga. I did Yin yoga training and and I'm also yoga teacher for children and laughter yoga and many different things. So, but mainly it's the Yin and the Hatha flow.
Lovely, lovely indeed. And then, more recently, you decided to train and become a transformational coach.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about transformational coaching?
Transformational coaching is when we decide to change something in our life. When there is some part in our life or more parts where we feel not satisfied or where we feel pain and stress and somehow that we stuck and don't know what to do, how to go on. What it is, what holds us back to go in the change. Yeah, so this can be old patterns, belief systems. This can be traumatic experiences, what we have from the past. And the main thing, what I do, I hold the space to see what is really there underneath the surface. And it's very individual. I sense a lot. I sense what the person needs, what in the moment is requested, and what the moment also allows to bring up. And then we have a look to these parts, and then we can see how it goes on, and we ask for support from the ancestors, from different powers which are there.
Very nice. So it sounds a little bit like more of a talking therapy, like a cognitive behavioral therapy based. Or do you have a questionnaire you go through, or is just the person start explaining a specific issue they have in life, and then you start sort of guiding them through what might be underneath that, or how does it develop?
First, the person explain a little bit how she is, how he is, and then I listen. I feel where is the point? When the client wants to go over something, and it's a very delicate thing, and it's also not so easy for me to explain it with words because it's more subtle. And I feel the moment when I ask the person to stop one moment and to feel, maybe to close the eyes and to feel and to connect with the emotions and to connect with the body. And then this is the moment when magic happens. This is the moment when there is this safe space, when we create this safe space. And whatever is coming up, I use for going further. And it can be through a visualization, it can be through inviting other beings in this safe space to have a conversation with other parts of ourselves or another being.
It sounds like you use lots of your intuition as well, right? And so depending on what the person comes up with, you might have an intuition and then stop them for a second, make them sort of connect with an emotion, and from there some sort of developing of a conversation happens, or some memories, etc. And at the end of the coaching, then the person, your client, is more inclined to look at the problem from a different perspective maybe, or to take some steps towards improving some aspects of their lives. So what is the result of the coaching?
The result is that it's not only in the cognitive. The result is that the person got in contact deeply in the body, in the physical body, in the emotional body, and once we have this, that we could go in contact with other parts, with other layers, there is a deeper understanding. And then we can go to see, okay, what is to change? What I want to bring in the change? What are the next steps I want to do? Yeah, how I want to take care of myself now. Yeah, so, and then we see what is to do, what the person feels comfortable to do, or also what challenges the person want to choose for going ahead.
I'd like to ask you a little bit more about Koh Phangan, because I remember the first time I met you, you were active as a yoga teacher a little bit, and you were, actually you took a yoga class for me in my newly launched Smiley Retreat.
Beautiful, yeah.
I remember a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, and then you were, I think your plan at the time was to stay in Koh Phangan for a few months, but not very long, 2 or 3 months. So what do you think of Koh Phangan now? Because you had the, I think, opportunity and also the, the great experience in life to be here for 1.5 years, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of Koh Phangan now?
Yeah, somehow it became also home. Koh Phangan for me is a place where what gives us the possibility to grow in a very deep inner way. It's somehow mirroring our own in the outside, and Koh Phangan. Oh, what is Koh Phangan for me?
It's not just fun, right? I mean, it is a fun place.
It's not fun, no, it's not fun for you? It is fun, it is a lot of fun, but it's like a daily learning, a daily being, a daily facing things, connecting with myself, with the others. Yeah, it's a very deep work what I do here. And it brought up also part of my creativity again. What I do, what I really love to do is nature mandalas.
Beautiful.
So wherever I go, I use the materials, what I find in my surrounding, and I create nature mandalas, and this is somehow my meditation. And this is something what I also want to bring more to the people. Yeah.
I remember going to Bottle Beach recently, and you were indeed at the top of the trail, and you built a beautiful mandala. You were meditating over it. I remember just recently. And also, I think you tried one of my favorite nutritional therapies, which is called OMAD 1 meal a day intermittent fasting. Is that right?
Yes.
That's why you look so trim and so good as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about the OMAD? I mean.
Yeah, I started actually with a 10-day juice fast, and after this I felt I really love the juice fast because I don't want to think about food. So, and I like the sensation in my body, in my mind, to have this space, this free space for other things. And after this, I felt, oh no, I don't really want to eat. I didn't had this great for eating, for food. So, but I also felt I want to eat. I don't want to go on with the juice fast from all my life. No. So somehow I want to start eating again. And I decided to have 1 meal a day. And this I did now for 6 weeks. And I felt very good. So maybe you also like to share.
Yeah, yes. After a while, it's good to go back to like 2 meals a day or 3 meals a day, and then keep 1 meal a day, maybe once a week or twice a week. It's good to experiment a little bit and find the right balance for you, because every time you change meal patterns, you change hormones ghrelin and leptin as well. And so there is an hormonal aspect of it, and hormones and neurotransmitters is the way we feel.
Yeah.
So there's lots of awareness that needs to come with the way we eat, I think, and also there's a level of balance that needs to be achieved, and it's individual, obviously. But yeah, it's very useful tool, I think, to be able to change your state of consciousness through the way you eat and the meal patterns as well. Yeah. And if you do it well, you master it, then it's a great tool for long-term longevity, for great health, etc.
Yeah, this is what I feel, and I want to use this as a tool, because for me the main thing in life is really the health, the holistic health. Yeah, not only the physical, the mental, all the emotional. And about your question for Koh Phangan, Koh Phangan gives so many beautiful possibilities to play with different aspects, to experiment. Yeah, this is what I really love here.
Indeed. Many practitioners, different therapies, different modalities.
Yeah.
Well, Sandhya, thank you very much for your little chat today. It's been lovely and lots of fun. And I see you on the island very soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Thank you so much.